Kia ora, Helen Brahms coming to you live from Phoenix in Oregon. Yes, there is a Phoenix and it's here in Oregon, just south of Medford. In fact, it's part of Medford, but it's actually no, it was a few miles down the road. But anyway, had a great drive today. Oh, I have to show you something. Hang on. Trying to figure out what these two are up to. Can you see that? I got Casey Kiwi there and 3 Gus looking at the steering wheel. I think they're trying to figure out how to drive. The only problem is, guys, the pedals are down there. So maybe we'll maybe we'll have them drive tomorrow. I don't know. But today was a great run through. It took us 7.5 hours to get from one end of Oregon to the other. So we started in the north of Oregon near Portland, and we came down here to Phoenix, Oregon, and we're about 24 miles from the border, from the state line into California. So we've basically come almost the entire length of Oregon today. It took us 7.5 hours. We only had 3 breaks along the way, which I myself am very proud of. The fact that I was able to have the endurance to go that long with the 3 breaks. We did have the very first break we had was we were driving along there, and then we got the GPS turnaround said hazard ahead in 3 miles, and I looked down, there's this big solid red line, and I'm like, oh great. We get there, we're stuck in traffic for like 20-30 minutes, I don't know. We get past there, and we knew there was a rest area, and that was our goal, to get to that rest area. And so we got to the rest area, we parked where all the trucks and everything parked. The place is packed. It is packed. It was so packed that usually when we go to the rest area, we use the restrooms that are there and not the ones in the RV. So Mum and Dad walked over to the RV. I'm talking to this couple who are busy hooking up their car to the back of the RV in the rest area there. And then I left them to go over and join up with Mum and Dad by the restrooms. And Mum and Dad are coming back, and they're like waving me back towards the van. I'm like, what's going on? I look over. The line for the women's toilet was out the door and around the corner. I don't even know how far it went. And they said the men's was just as bad. So everybody who had been stuck in this traffic jam all jumped off at the first rest area, because obviously sitting in traffic for 30-40 minutes had an effect on people. So so like, it's times like this I'm thankful we travel with our own restroom. So we were able to do that, to use the restroom on the RV, not have to worry about waiting in lines or anything, which was awesome. And then we hit the road again, and then we figured out when we were going to have lunch. That's when you find a tree. Yeah, not quite with the number of people that were around, Jason. There were a lot of people around, so finding a tree there were plenty of trees, but finding a tree with privacy, that would have been a trick. Figured out we were going to have lunch, and we headed off towards that mile marker. And then after, I also did some work while we were at the first rest stop after the thing, because I had some calls I had to make. So I got those calls out of the way. And then we got on the road again, stopped off for lunch. And where did we stop for lunch? Was it another rest area? Yeah, we did. We stopped at another rest area. Found a nice shady spot, completely in the shade. It was awesome. Parallel parked in the shade. Yes. Had a great lunch. And then we turned it off, and then we stopped at a place that had, and then Dad looked ahead and says, I'll go to exit 108. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I turned off down to exit 108, and was it 108? No. 82, I think it was. We were under 100 at that point, because we went up through these passes and everything else and came down the other side, and I kept telling him, I said, my bum's getting numb. My bum was getting numb, and I said, no, bum's getting numb, I need a break. So he told me what exit I have to go off. This is a cool thing. I just tell Dad, my bum's getting numb, I need a potty break, whatever, and he'll find the next exit that has a rest area or whatever. So I found one that had a McDonald's there, so we stopped in there and had a McDonald's ice cream, wandered around a little bit, and then got back in the RV and came all the way through. So this park here is nice, lots of trees, and I'll show you what our view is like. And we're front end parked, so which means we've pulled into the parking lot, but we're going to have to into the site, but we're going to have to back out when we leave tomorrow. So this is the view out the driver's window currently because of the screen, so you're going to have to excuse that, but we can do this, move this along, and look at this. There's actually a creek down over there. You look at this. Isn't that a gorgeous view? Up over top of the mirrors. There you go. So that's our view. So isn't that an awesome view? So that's our view for tonight. We've just finished dinner, and these yummy pork cutlets with salad and hard-boiled eggs and tomatoes. It was good. So tomorrow we're crossing back into California again, and we're heading for Redding, California. So I'm not sure if that's going to be about the same length as today or not. I can't remember what the mileage is. But so far we've done like 2,500 miles on this road trip so far. Sparkles is doing really good, trying to find a place to get a couple of things fixed when we get back to San Diego. We finally got confirmation on San Francisco, so we head there. We're in Redding for 2 nights, then we head to San Francisco for 2 nights, and then we're at Yanks for 2 nights, and then we have a night we don't know what we're doing before we hit Escondido again. But so far we had over 2,500 miles today. Sparkles had over 25,000 miles today, 25,041 as of when we arrived here today, is how much we've done. So we've been doing a lot of driving. It's been great getting to know. Today I was more confident with driving, more alert. It was just I just felt really good. Must have got a really good night's sleep last night, so I have to try and do that again tonight. We're in a nice quiet spot. We're not far off the freeway, and surprisingly enough, there's not a lot of freeway noise, and once we close the windows, we'll probably not hear anything from the freeway, which is awesome. But that's it from us for tonight. Just wanted to update you guys on where we are. I posted pictures earlier. Go have a look at them. See if you can find Sparkle's new bling. Sparkles finally has her first bit of sparkly bling. That got installed last night. Got installed yesterday. So go see if you can find her new bling in the photos that I posted earlier. Until then, have a great evening. We will catch you tomorrow from Redding in Northern California. Looking forward to the drive down there. We've got the agricultural people to go through tomorrow, so that's going to be interesting. I've never been through them with an RV before, so that's going to be a new experience. So until tomorrow, he konera, have a great evening, make it super fantastic and sparkling.